Welcome to Rapportkommentar Direkt. With me on link, I have the CEO of ASTG, Carsten Drachmann. Welcome, Carsten.
Thank you, Johanna.
So let's start off by looking at the numbers. You reported a net revenue of 14.1 million compared to 0.4, and our third consecutive quarter with positive EBITDA. What's behind the accelerating revenue?
Yeah, 14.1 million, that's pretty good. It's actually the highest so far. And the background is that we have been able to execute very well in the first quarter, according to plan, on the backlog that we have. And compared to the fourth quarter 2019, it's a slight increase. So we've got our production under control. Compared to the first quarter last year, this is a result of many years of hard work where we received our big order for maritime antennas during the spring, and the results you see now is a consequence of that. And the EBITDA is positive for the third quarter in a row, like you say. It's been a very important milestone for me because it means we understand how to execute, our production lines are running, we know how to manage our result, and 3 quarters in a row is pretty good. I'm very happy.
Yeah, definitely. And early in March, you concluded that the first quarter would not be affected by the pandemic that we're all witnessing at the moment. Can you not give us an update with regards to how the coronavirus is affecting your day-to-day business now?
Yes, we are. So in the first quarter has been a very limited impact. We managed to get components early, which is critical for us. This could be an impact. So we managed to complete all our production and have everything ready as planned. Going forward, who knows what's going to happen? It's hard to say. Hopefully things are wearing off now on the COVID-19. But we cannot predict whether there's suddenly an issue with components or other things. But nevertheless, it will just be a short hiccup for us, but it still needs to be managed.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about the Comms on the Move acquisition from ReQuTech. What have you bought exactly?
Yes, we have bought a solution which can communicate to satellites while it's sitting on a vehicle on land that is moving. So it's this thing about when you are communicating with satellites, you need to point at it. It has to point up there all the time at the exact same place on the sky. And that's difficult when you're moving. So it's a solution that will work while you're moving with, for example, a train or a bus or a truck or perhaps a military vehicle that needs this.
And what's the plan then moving forward with your new acquisition?
Yeah, the plan is to, it's been a priority for us to have good synergy. So the plan is that we will take the software and some of the hardware we have from our maritime antennas, which are world-class, and we will put that into this new solution that we have bought to optimize it. And our expectation is that on the other end, we will have a world-class system. We bought the technology at a level that's called prototype stage. So there's still work to be done and we need to put it into production, which is what we're doing now. And we have started sales activities already. We do have a prototype that we could show, and we are talking to customers already today.
Oh, interesting. So let's talk about the financing part then. It was partly financed through an emission of new shares and partly through a short-term loan. And short-term loans are usually more expensive. Why was it necessary?
Yeah, let's break it in 2 parts. There is we did a rights issue where we raised 3.5 million. This was specifically meant for, or mainly meant for, the acquisition we just did as working capital. We paid for the solution with shares in equity. So I wanted to make sure that once we've done this, now we need to execute. So we had planned already that we would raise capital to do this, which is what we did. That's the 3.5 million. The loan of 6.5 million is related to the COVID-19, as we discussed, and I said, it's very difficult to say what's going to happen, but my analysis showed that this would be prudent, and my discussion with the board is it would be prudent to do this, to take out this loan, to make sure that we are not slowing down anything and we can continue operation without challenges. And we are planning to pay back that loan after the summer when hopefully things have normalized and our cash flow is as we anticipated from the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so you've been a bit proactive there, just to prepare yourself for the future.
Yes.
Yeah. And moving on then, give us a status update on the IMU sales.
Yeah, on the IMU, there are two sides. I know many of our investors are, so what's happening with a major defense contractor? Everything is on track. We are in a development phase, as I've communicated before. The program, the development program will come in phases, will be released one by one. That's on track, and nothing has changed. And as I said in the old days, no news is good news. It's the same here. I will tell you when they're bad news, I'll tell you when they're good news. In between, things are moving on as planned. So no news is good news there. If you look at the other sales within the IMU business, we start to have a pipeline that's building up, and we are working with a range of customers to fit our IMU into their system. So that work is ongoing. And again, I will of course communicate as soon as we have official and public information.
So we'll just have to wait for news then from you, really?
Yes.
Definitely. So what is your focus right now, and is there anything specific that we should look out for?
Well, my focus is that we will continue to execute our strategy as before. My thinking through all of this, if you look at COVID-19, nothing has changed for our part. Our plan is the same. We are a growth company. We will continue all our plans. So for me, it's full speed ahead, and we will continue to look at our diversification and our accelerate strategy. Accelerate is acquisitions. We've just shown you one. The diversification also means adding more products to our portfolio, both through acquisitions, but we're also doing more internal development. So what you can expect is that we are steady on executing our strategy as it has been communicated, and nothing has changed there.
Interesting. So full speed ahead, and I'm really looking forward to following you this quarter, and then hopefully welcoming you to the studio next time we do the Q2 report. Thank you very much for joining us today, Carsten.
Thank you, Johanna. Thank you very much.